Live. Well, okay. There.
Welcome to Nightlife 24/7.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nightlife 24/7. As always, I am your boy Mac, and tonight I have Marissa as my co-host. What's up, girl? How you been?
Hey, what's going on?
Nada. How's work?
It's work.
Especially when you're doing it for somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah, ain't no complaints there. So tonight's show, everyone. Tonight's show is, I think, a show that is really necessary to have, and we'll probably end up having this show more than just once. Uh, for my people who are out there saying hello to me, I just want you to know it's not that I don't know who you are. It's just that um, it does not show me your name. So someone say hello,
Oh,
Mac Daddy. So whoever that is, hello. So
I
I just
think
wanted to say that's
StreamYard, they have
yeah,
to take, I think you have to give permission for StreamYard to tap into the Facebook or something like that.
right. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I ain't going through all that. But to whoever it is, thank you and thank you for showing up. Tonight's show is social media and sexuality. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this subject only because there's so many different parts to it. And the fact is that social media, how can I say this, is not a bad thing for sexuality, but it can be depending on who is on the other end of it. There are some people who have used this as a positive arena. Hey, Susan. And there are some people who have used it as a negative arena. So I just want you to understand that. So I don't want you to think that everything that I'm saying is bad. Please don't think that everything that I'm saying is bad. Now, for all of you who come on the show, you are more than welcome to call in if you want to and live comment. You have that opportunity to call in. There's the number on the bottom of the show right there. So that way you can have an opportunity to speak your piece live. Okay, so I'm just giving you that option. So let's start off with this. Social media back in 2020 had close to 4 billion users. And I'm talking about everything from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram, Snapchat, all those type of things. So you need to think that as of now, that has increased almost by 93%. Um, and it's constantly still growing. Um, but when it comes to sexuality, there are some pros and cons to this, guys. And we're going to start with this one. So I'm going to break it up into sections. The emotional pros and cons of social media. So let's start with this. There are many people, how can I say this, who put their feelings out there on their sleeves with social media. They really do. They put their hearts out there as far as finding a relationship, trusting someone, and then they end up on Jerry Springer. Um, Only because, um, girl, I was, and I'm gonna tell you just forgive me. I'm gonna be ethnic here, not black, just ethnic. Um, I met him on Facebook, and I've only been talking to him for a month, but I love him. He's the one for me. I know he's the one. Okay, Jerry asked the question. Well, have y'all met yet? No, I haven't met him yet, but I know he's the one for me. He comes out and he says, "Yeah, I like her. I'm kicking her. I just been playing her. I got a girlfriend with baby mama." Am I not? Am I not wrong here, Marissa?
You're right. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out at what point did you say to yourself, "Hey, hold on, I don't know anything about him truly yet. I haven't met him in person. So why don't I wait till I at least get to know him rather than constantly just texting?" Because to me, social media is a form of texting. We're writing back and forth, but it is a form of texting. Why don't you talk to him on the phone? Why don't you video chat with him? And why don't you actually set up a time to meet them, even if they live in another state? Come on, if y'all serious about each other, you'll find a way. I'm sorry. You can find a way to meet somebody who lives in another state. Hell, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I I done flew across state for someone that I thought was cool and ended up having a great relationship for a couple of years. But it is. I'm telling you now, if you meet someone on social media and you decide to become emotionally attached to them, and the first thing they say is, "Well, hey, let's talk by phone." Well, my phone's broken, or I can only text right now. Well, let's video chat. I can't video chat. I don't like that. I don't video chat with someone unless I know them and well, how the hell are you gonna get to know me if you don't video chat with me? I'm just throwing it out there. Come on, you can interject. Put your 2
I'm
cents
just
in.
listening because I'm sitting here thinking about like episodes of Catfish.
Yeah.
Social media has created shows like that because you
Right.
have people who become so emotionally attached to someone by text messages and voicemails, but you really don't know who the person is. And then you find out, oh, by the way, it's a woman. It's
Right.
not a man, or it's an ex-girlfriend who is getting in contact with the current girlfriend and acting like she's this other dude. So it's craziness that's out there, but social media has made it so easy for people to just bring their representatives and not their true selves.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. This is it's crazy to me because you got to think about it. And when it comes to not just sex, but we're talking more so on sexuality, social media can be especially helpful with anyone struggling with their sexuality as they get advice or hear stories from strangers via social media without any elements of embarrassment or discomfort, which is true. And social media also gives people the space to create supportive, groups and social groups and communities. But while there are good sides to it, social media can be really, can be helpful and supportive. Uh, it can also foster an incredibly toxic environment. And that's which. How can I say this? Can send people into withdrawal, depression, mistrust of others. It can change one's self-esteem, especially those who are somewhat addicted to social media.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
you got to be able to understand that there's good and bad in everything. I think, especially if it's done in moderation.
Yes, that's true.
That's just me.
Yeah.
So, well,
I know for me, I have to do like a social media detox from time to time because it can be so overwhelming with all the things that you see on social media, the good and the bad. It just takes over, and it's just like, okay, I need to take a break for a second.
I remember you saying that on different times, and it's funny because if it was not for you and Sweet, I don't even deal with social media. You guys are the ones that keep me. It's like you need to do this, you need to do that on social media, so people stay current with you and know who you are. Other than that, I'm like, I'm good. I've never understood, and this is off topic, but this is me. I never understood why I got to tell everybody I'm going out of town or what I'm eating for that day. I don't understand that. That's just me. First of all, if you're telling everybody you're out of town, then you get back, you wonder why your house is broken into. Put 2 and 2 together. All I'm saying, just put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah,
Ain't new math.
announcements like that. I don't make announcements like that. Like, I don't want everybody to know what I'm doing all the time because, like you said, there's people who are watching, and though you're out of town, that's giving them the opportunity to come and rob you. I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, you have to think about it that way. People watch your moves. People watch what you're doing, not only in your neighborhood, but on social media.
Yes. And I know we're a little off topic, people, but I'm just saying you need to always be conscious of the things that you guys put out there. You really do need to understand that you don't have to put all your business out there. And that's even with your sexuality. You're entitled to some privacy. You're entitled to the ability to feel comfortable in your environment and safe in your own space. And I think that's part of your home and social media. Even though social media is there in your home, you still need to be able to feel safe with it. And that's just me. That's just how I feel. That's just me. So we're going to talk about, because we only have 45 minutes, so we're going to talk about the romantic pros and cons. So one major advantage of social media platforms is the opportunity it provides for keeping people in contact and sharing life updates. This is especially useful within the context of long distance relationships. Having the ability to stay in contact with a partner beyond phone calls and text messages is an aid that allows you and other people to continue building their relationship. You know, social media and social networking sites can even be a great place to develop a new relationship or connection and meet people that you otherwise would not have the opportunity to meet. But at the same time, we want you to be conscious that everything that seems good is not always good, and shiny is not always the best. Okay, Rihanna's song "Shine Bright Like a Diamond" it speaks to another purpose, not just for social media. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that. Your thoughts on this, Marissa?
Hold on, I gotta take a sip of the drink.
Listen, folks, I don't know what's in her cup. So
I'm still celebrating Margarita Day.
Cup.
I'm still celebrating National Margarita Day, which was yesterday. So I'm continuing on today. Okay, it only felt right. Now, yes, social media has allowed me to create a lot of relationships with people that I've never would have met outside of social media world. So it is a great thing. It's a great tool to help people to get comfortable with getting to know someone. Right. But at the same time, like you said, I watch people, how they move. I observe people a lot. I stay in the background and just kind of see what's going on. And I can tell who's the messy ones and who's not.
Yeah.
So social media has also brought out a lot of the messy people and the bullying, because you're behind a keyboard now. You're not the bully. You're not in front of somebody's face talking mad trash.
Right.
You're talking with a keyboard and you're going in, but as soon as somebody roll up on you, all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I was just playing. No, you weren't.
No, you weren't. You were speaking your mind. You were speaking your truth.
Exactly.
Yeah. Marissa gets on me because I am not as patient and tolerant as others in groups.
No, he is not. He pinpoints every little thing, and I'm like, it's just a group.
And I'm just like, oh my God, these are grown-ass people. I'm like, seriously, there is more important shit going on in the world than what and they're going on with it for hours. No, you just got to stay in the background and don't take it so. And I'm like, no, this is like, that's stupid. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, you can't take a lot of things that are said in groups and in social media personally, because really think about it. Social media is for you to be sociable and it's entertainment. It is not there for a counseling session. It's not used for you to spill your guts out. I mean, you can get support when you're in a vulnerable moment, yes. But you gotta be mindful.
I'm just
You have to be
Woo,
mindful of what
Lord, Lord,
comes
Lord.
with
I'm
the,
just
you know,
like,
you opening up
man,
your life in social media.
social media, I don't know. I guess I guess personally, I have a bad taste in my mouth for social media only for the simple fact that I was in class in college, and I'll never forget it. It was a girl sitting one row in front of me and a girl sitting two rows behind me, and they were on Facebook before class started. And all of a sudden, I saw the girl in front of me look back, and I didn't look behind me. I thought she was looking to see who was coming to class. But then she went and jumped over the damn desk and started fighting with the girl behind her because they found out they both screwing the same guy.
Okay, so time out. So you jump the girl, but you don't jump the guy.
Right. Always that's the way it is. I mean, that's what my next comment was going to be about because, in addition to creating relationships, social media can also help with maintaining security in a relationship, depending on the level of the publicity of the couple is interested in. I mean, something as simple as updating a couple's Facebook accounts, relationship status on the Facebook to friends, they can see what's going on. And that's normally what happens where people start tripping and you're like, what the hell? But see, I can honestly say that I did not update my status on Facebook until my last partner I was with said something about it, and then I hated that choice ever since. I did. I hated that choice ever since I had done, but I went back and did it. But okay. So we talked about the pros of romantic side of on social media and sexuality, but let's talk about the cons. On the flip side of that, if a couple has differing opinions on sharing their relationship publicly, it can cause some problems. Most guys don't share their stuff publicly; they just don't. The woman is always wondering why I got you on my page as my partner, but you got yourself still up there as single. He's like, it ain't that important. It ain't why you tripping. Uh, people may get upset if they feel that their partner does not post them at all or as much as they would like them to, and this can cause conflict within the relationship. This can even impact one's self-esteem if they're constantly wondering why their partner will not show them on social media. I'm going to tell you, and this is my thing. You get with a guy, and the only time that guy comes over your house is late at night, and he never really wants to take you out to eat except through a drive-through. He ain't the one for you. That's all I'm gonna say. He ain't the one for you.
Mm-hmm.
If
And
you
I
get with
actually
that
know a
woman,
couple that goes through that.
I'm speaking to women too. If a woman tells you, "Hey, come through around 1-2 o'clock in the morning," but she don't never want to go out, baby, let me take you out to dinner. Let me, I got a family event coming up, cookout. There's a party. Nah, she don't never want to go. Believe me, you just a side dude or just that good piece of dick that she don't want to be bothered with otherwise. I'm just throwing it out there. It is what it is. Y'all can say, whatever you want, but I'm just being honest with you. One of the major cons of social media is this competitiveness and comparative nature. Individuals choose what to post, and as often as only the best parts of their life and their relationship get posted. I mean, it can be tempting to compare your personal relationship to what is shown on news feeds. However, no relationship is perfect. I want you to understand it. And think about this, people. You see someone and you always see them posting good things, where they're going, what they're doing. Think about this. If they're always posting stuff to show the happiness in the life, and there's nothing wrong with that. Please don't take this wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. No one has a perfect life. That's all I'm going to say. If they're only showing you one side of it, you need to be wary of the other side. I'm just going to put it out there.
I mean, that's just like the young lady who just recently killed herself, and she was like Miss Universe or something like that. And if you look at her social media, you would never know she was dealing with depression.
Right.
So a social media gives you an avenue to paint the pretty picture.
Right.
That's really what it is.
You get involved with this person, and then you realize, oh my God, they're depressed, or he or she has 6 or 7 kids they never mentioned, or they're bisexual but they never put it out there. Not that they have to. I'm going to tell you right now, not that they have to. I think that once you get to spend time and get to know someone, yeah, there's certain parts of them they should let you know about. That's just me. I'm going to tell you everything about me right up front. And I tell you, hey, this is your opportunity to get the fuck out. You can run. Run. I'm telling you this now, so you know you can't say later, I didn't say this. Run.
All right. So I'll put on my sneakers.
I would tell everybody, you know what? If anybody has ever been interested in me and still likes me, and I know there's 1 or 2 people who hit me up and say that, they know one thing about me. I'm a truthful person. I ain't gonna go behind your back and do you wrong or backstab you, whatever. But I'm not a real hardcore touchy-feely person. I will protect you. If you with me, I will protect you with my life. That part you can never question. I'm just not a hardcore touchy-feely person. I don't lie about it. I don't hide it. I will do things on a daily basis to show you where I stand with you and how I feel about you. And then every now and then I may be a little romantic and a little sensual, but then it's not every day though. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm okay with me. Sometimes people like, damn, I'm like, yeah, but it is what it is. I'm just saying. That's all. I'm just saying, hey guys, why don't y'all call in? You guys can call in if you like, and we'll put you on the show. I know some of you guys are commenting like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, so I'm just saying, put it out there. Let's talk about the sexual pros and cons of social media. Now, okay, yeah, this Marissa knows this. This is Marissa area here. Marissa knows this area.
How am I? I'm like, wait a minute. Remember, this is on social media right now, so we don't have no kind of ideas about me. I am wholesome and innocent and keeping it that way.
All I'm saying is, my girl here is, how can I say this? If she was a social media influencer of the billion mark kind, all you would want to get on her page. That's all I'm going to say.
On the what kind? Repeat that one more time.
Billions, in the billions.
In the what?
Billions. Yeah, you would want to get on her page. That's all I'm saying. It is what it is. When you're good and you know you're good and your shit's good, hey.
Y'all have no idea what he's talking about. I am wholesome and innocent in every way. Just letting y'all know that, okay?
Okay. Okay. Let's social media, guys, is a unique opportunity to share information that may not be accessible sometimes to other people otherwise. For example, through social media, you guys, we're able to share stigmatized information about sex, relationships, mental health to thousands of people. And no matter where they are in the world, hopefully sharing, your sexual health information is helping to foster a more sex positive digital and real world. The only problem with this is that when you put yourself out there, and I'm just going to say this, when you put yourself out there, though you may be doing it to help others and to educate them and to foster a group of community support, there are those who are going to come for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not because you did something wrong, not because you know them, not because you invaded their space or territory. They just have no other reason than I'm coming for you. That's it.
That's their ultimate. That's just their job. I feel like it's like there's always those people who needs to be the trolls is what we call them.
That's what they live for.
Come for you, yeah.
They live for that.
Yeah, I remember doing a live and I was selling my jewelry, and I was doing a live with a friend of mine, and somebody came out of nowhere. We didn't know who the person was, and they were like, "Oh, you look like gorillas," and I was like, "Oh wow." I said, "I have a troll. Oh, I feel so special." Banned and kept it moving because I'm like, once your feed goes out to like people you don't really know, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess their algorithms was working that night. But the fact that someone actually came on our live just to say something like that, I was like, really, do you have any other time on your hands to harass two women on a live? That's crazy.
Wow. Wow. And it just blows my mind that there are people who just literally shop through other people's profiles just to do that.
Yeah. Or those who actually take the time to hack into your account.
Oh my God, that didn't happen to me at least 5 times. I'm
I'm
like,
like, what is the purpose of doing that?
because I have nothing for you to get.
No,
Nothing.
no. I don't want a federal grant.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm just
I
like,
don't
wow.
need none of that.
The cons of this, guys. This is just my opinions and some information that I've read, and when it comes to the sexual pros and cons. There are also negative effects to social media. Can give anonymity to potential sexual predators. This may capitalize on the idea of secrecy and use it to send unsolicited, I always get that wrong word, pornographic content or sex to vulnerable populations such as children, or share private information on revenge porn sites. Sorry, my back. This has a lot of potential lead to sexual exploitation and grooming. That is one of the things that we tend not to be aware of or don't have so much control, because most people let their kids, young adults, get on here and they don't manage
Monitor
them
what
or
they're
watch over them or
doing.
monitor them.
Yeah.
Social media, also encourages risky adolescent sexual behavior, which is, linked to an increase in STD rates and unintended pregnancy. So being exposed to explicit um, sexual media too early can be really harmful for adolescent population. Children should absolutely learn about sex. I think they should, and pregnancy and STDs. But social media has the ability to perpetrate the inaccuracies far more greater than they do the accuracies of them. Don't get me wrong. I think and feel that I spoke to my child and them about sex when they became preteens. I didn't wait till they were teenagers. I didn't wait for the school to educate them, and I damn sure didn't want them finding out things on social media and TV. I just didn't, because I knew that was not correct. So you guys have to be conscious of the fact that social media can pump them up, but it also can build them up on the wrong information. Those are just my views and thoughts on it.
Yeah.
So
I always feel that kids should not learn about sex from the streets. And this is like the new way of, age of streets, social media.
Right.
We already know kids are not really playing on the streets anymore. They always in front of their PlayStations and stuff like that. But social media has been their method of learning things, and then you're hearing like 10-year-olds talking about it because they saw something on on Facebook or Snapchat or something like that.
You remember, I don't know if I ever sent you the post or I spoke to you about it. Remember the one girl who said, "Hey, I'm talking to all you guys out there that I get with you or want to get with me. Don't be coming up here talking about let's go to dinner and being all make lovey-dovey. When you get with me, it should be like the WWE. I should want to be able, when we're done, I should want to call the cops on you. You should." You remember that post?
I think it was a TikTok that you showed me.
No, it was a Facebook
was it a
post.
video?
It was a video on Facebook. Homegirl was saying, "You should. My head should be busted up against the headboard. You should have me in a headlock. When you done with me, I should want to call the cops." That's the kind of sex I'm looking for.
That sounds like a whole WWE match.
Well, but to me, I think it perpetuates almost close to domestic violence in a relationship.
Exactly.
And so here it is, some young dude thinks that he needs to be beating this girl's ass to get off, and she's thinking, oh, this is what I need. This okay. There's a difference between rough sex and domestic violence in a sexual nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want young kids to think that that's necessary or that's the way sex is supposed to be. Sex is something that is enjoyed between two people where it is mutually beneficial for them. And I understand, I totally understand there are people who get off on this type of thing and that's their business. I'm not sitting up here saying don't do it, it's not cool. I'm not saying that. You have to find that level of comfort and fun and security and safety and orgasmic relief for you. For you. Okay? If that means while your man or woman doing you and they got their hand around your throat and the other and or they smacking your ass, do you. But do it in a way that it benefits both of you.
Yeah.
And it's safe.
Yeah. Make sure it's consent. Make sure you have consent.
Right.
That's the most important thing is consent.
Right. And now, there used to be with Tinder, which it is not anymore. Tinder was the site when you just kicked it with everybody. It's not that way anymore, but it used to be. And see, there in itself lies an increase in just STIs and STDs.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought the young kid, I'm talking about 18 to 25, and some of us in the 30s, hey, meet them on Tinder. I ain't trying to get with you to get with you. I'm getting with you to get this so I can get off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to consider that, also, are you trying to find someone to date or are you trying to find someone to fuck? Because, here it is, there's, and if that's what you're looking for, that's your choice. All I'm saying is be upfront about it and be smart about it to protect yourself and that person. Because a lot of people, y'all really don't understand this. I sleep with you. I'm sleeping with everyone else that you slept with in the last three people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got something, now I got it, and we don't make it work, or we just kicking it for the night, and I don't know about it, and here it is, now I'm kicking it with someone else. Now I just gave it the deal.
Yeah.
And whoever else they kicking it with.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's where people, I don't know, mentalities is different now. They really are. Mentalities are so different now. But to each his own. You take care of you, how you take care of you. I can't tell you how to do that. So, but that's just me. Now we're going to talk about this part of social media, the financial pros and cons of social media.
Are we talking about sugardaddies.com?
No, we're not talking about your favorite site.
Hey,
right,
that is not my favorite site. I just heard about it. I thought maybe you had more information.
We're talking about how social media can, the pros of it. Social media can be a powerful tool that promotes and empowers business owners, especially business owners that are part of a minority group. It can also help individuals gain an edge in the competitive employment market by using social media to network and connect with individuals like potential employers in their field of interest without needing to have the face-to-face interaction. Also, the financial part of this, and you can save a lot of money on social media when it comes to certain items, buying cars, clothes, shoes, and stuff, because people are getting rid of these items or selling them brand new or used, and they're not selling them at the full value. Don't get me wrong now. That's not true of everyone. Okay. You got the bling goddess here who does her stuff on social media, and it's jewelry, and she lets you know right up front, very nice quality items for a low price. And that's where a good thing for social media, as far as networking and putting your businesses out there. You got a quilting business, you got a baby clothing business, you got a logo business, you got a car washing business, you got any of those things where you're out there doing your hustle. Social media can help you reach a lot of people quicker than just putting out a flyer or word of mouth or a business card. Am I correct in this aspect?
That is so true. It is so true. It will, as we call it in the entrepreneur world, it takes you out of your warm and hot markets because it allows you to reach strangers that you normally wouldn't reach if you had a store. Because people are always on social media looking for the next best thing. Now, honestly, people are not on social media with their credit cards ready to buy anything.
Right.
But if you have like if your page is very insightful and it's very informative, and it gives them, and you give them a reason to keep coming back, they will eventually want to spend their money with you. Because with social media, people don't buy the product because they like the product. They buy the product because they like you.
Right.
So that's what a lot of people tend to forget. It's that you have to basically put on a show for people to grab people's attention. And now that we have like other social platforms like TikTok and now we have Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels, you're now losing people's attention span. They only have an attention span for just maybe 7 seconds of their time. So you have to like really get their attention in 7 seconds. If not, they're moving on to the next person.
Yeah, that is so true, man. I mean, yeah. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not great at this. I have a degree in business and marketing, but it's just that I'm not really thrilled by social media. And if it wasn't for Sweets and Marissa, yeah, I'm that guy who likes to stand in your face and converse with you and show you what I'm all about, because I like to make a connection with people.
Mhm.
That's the way I am. I'm old school. I want to make that connection. I want to know that when you buy something from me, you're happy. You're not walking away because you're feeling pressured or it's a last minute deal. You are happy that I just sold you that, and you're proud to show it to other people. But that's me. The world has changed in that aspect. It's not so much that way anymore.
No,
But
it's not.
yeah,
It's not.
it is what it is.
It's a new way now. I mean, even the young people are making money off of social media because they're becoming influencers. And it's really all about just following them on their day-to-day life and see what they're talking about and what they're doing. And then they get sponsorships and then all this other stuff. And then they start making all these millions of dollars just for going on YouTube or going on Instagram.
Wow. Yeah, it blows my mind because I'm always amazed how well they do that stuff. Here's the cons of finances on social media. My mouth is getting dry here. I ain't got that drink and to do my margarita thing.
You want some?
Girl, please don't play with a brother. Social media definitely helps individuals get jobs, but it can also be a reason an individual cannot get a job. A digital footprint follows a person always, and future employers can use this information for the hiring process. Depending on the content that is posted, social media can harm someone's financial position by making it hard for them to find or maintain a job, thus impacting their life and their financial growth. And that being said, you're posting a picture of you holding a 40 with a Glock. Yeah,
that might not be smart.
That ain't. Yeah, they ain't finna hire you.
That ain't the smart move right there.
Yeah, they ain't finna hire you. Or you laying on the table at a party in a bathing suit and they got drinks lined up across you and everybody taking a shot. Yeah, and you're a school teacher. You ain't getting that job.
And actually, I know a lot of school teachers who purposely do not have social media, or they have they have a profile that has a different name. So they are not found by their students, for one, and the school itself.
Yeah, believe me, I know. I remember a school teacher who did nothing wrong but post a picture of her in a swimsuit. This is a few years back, 5, 6 years ago back, and they tried to fire her. She was on vacation, and they took a picture of her in a swimsuit. Oh, don't get me wrong, she was a beast. She was a beast in that swimsuit. But it was nothing. It was a harmless picture. She wasn't doing anything provocative, wrong, nothing. So yeah, you need to understand the things that you do follow you. They don't
Yeah.
go away. Just because you deleted them, they don't go away.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Because
sorry.
they will find it. It's on the cloud.
Yeah. Uh, you know, also, finally, social media is really fast paced and different things become trendy very quickly. So reintroducing your ideas of the idea of competition and comparison within social media. Unhealthy spending habits may be encouraged in an attempt to keep up with the Joneses or the current trends. This can encourage compulsive um, shopping, compulsive buying. It can make you, what's the other, what's the name, addict? I forgot what it's called. Something addict.
Like a compulsive shopper.
Yeah, I said that, but there was another word for that. Because the addict, the world and the addict, they use another word. Um, and it can be quite devastating to your finances. So just be aware of that, guys. I really want you to understand that. If I can say anything to you, because the show is going to end in the next 3 minutes. If I could say anything to you, it would be conscious of what you do on social media. Like my grandma used to say, think before you speak. Same principle when it comes to social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got to add to that?
I agree with that. Just be mindful that, when you put stuff out there, you're letting the world into your life. So
Yeah,
whatever you want to portray, if however you want to portray yourself on social media, it's going to be based on what you post out there,
yeah,
whether it's a picture or quote or anything of that nature. So don't do things irrationally, or don't post things when you're emotional as well, because some of us do that at times, and then it
yeah.
could backfire on us, and then we're like, oh, I should have never posted that. And by this
Right.
time, everybody's seen it.
They've seen it. It isn't like you can pull it back out of there.
Yeah,
I'm
because they've
sorry.
seen it now. Even if you delete it, they've still seen it before
They've
you
seen it.
deleted it.
Yeah. And
So
then you got to think about this. Though you deleted it, how many people you think haven't shared it or downloaded it?
exactly, or took a screenshot of it, or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. And
Yeah.
now you're the topic of discussion
Right. Right.
at the
So
dining
yeah.
room table.
Yeah, because I've had some of those discussions. I've
Yeah,
had them. I've had
exactly.
them. Um, hey guys, I appreciate you listening to the show, and I thank you guys for constantly checking in. I know my regulars, or some of you are forgetting the show at a certain times because it was at 7. Now I'm doing it at 6:30. I'm trying to post as much as possible during the day so you guys will keep up with it. But I appreciate you, those of you who do constantly continue to come into the show. Um, and I look forward from definitely um, checking it out. So I don't know who this is. This is Love Face XYZ online strips without clothing. Then before that, Love Face. Everyone say, yeah, here girls want you. Everyone, even you. Okay, yeah, I don't know who you are, but
Do we have
yeah,
a troll?
yeah, I got a troll already, so
We
I'm
were
good.
just talking about that.
Just
See,
talking about it,
we're
but thank
making
you.
it
I
big.
appreciate you.
We got
Uh,
trolls now.
so with that being said, remember we're put on this earth every day to help someone, and if you can't help them, the only thing that I ask from you is you don't do anything to harm them. And with that being said, we're gonna play our music, play our way out, and thank you so much, Marissa. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
All righty,
And
have a good one.
all right, here we go. So we at Nightlife 24/7 appreciate you, our listener, who has an open mind and heart and are able to listen So let's talk about it on Nightlife 24/7.